Denver's hip-hop, the new Flow 107.1. It's DJ Bedz, beats of the EDZ, the White Shadow. And right now, I have the great privilege of welcoming into the show a woman that's going to be on stage exactly 1 month from now here in Denver, Colorado. The No Limit Soldiers reunion concert hits the Belco Theater August the 2nd. Master P, Mystical, Silk the Shocker, Fiend, and much more, including this fantastic woman right here. Some have called her the mother of Southern hip-hop. We welcome into the show Mia X. Mia, how are you doing? It's so good to hear from you.
Hey, how you doing, DJ Bedz?
I am absolutely great. Thank you so much for calling in and taking the time. I guess the first thing I wanted to ask you is, you've been to Denver before? When was the last time you were here?
It was 20 years ago.
Right, so the reunion tour is because you guys were here, same lineup in your heyday, doing your thing 20 years ago, so this will be your second time.
It's going to be my second time. I can't wait.
We can't wait to have you. Now, warning, the altitude can play tricks, especially from somebody from Louisiana. Just make sure you drink lots of water and stay hydrated, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be ready. Yeah, it's no thing. It's no thing. I'm ready.
That's right. You're a professional. So, without giving away like the whole stage show and every last detail, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what we're gonna see on the stage when you guys come and roll through.
We're gonna take a trip back to the 90s. We're gonna take a trip back to the golden era of hip hop. I think for our fans that's been riding with us for 25 years, they are definitely going to be in for a rowdy trip down memory lane. And for our newer fans, they get to experience what it was like in that time when the crowd had so much energy and everybody sang every record and everybody was on the same vibe. I really just can't wait to come and bring that experience to Denver. We had so many huge supporters in Denver. Like, they were some real No Limit Soldiers out there. So I can't wait to see them. It's going to be like a family reunion.
Exactly right. So speaking of that era, obviously we want to ask you a little bit about going down memory lane to that time again yourself. Specifically, maybe you can talk a little bit about this. Now, after the fact, 20 years later, we know how important it was and how trend-setting it was for Master P and No Limit to own their own label, to have leverage over distribution. My question is, at the time, were you aware of how important that was? Like, were you aware of the incredible impact you were making, or were you just living in the moment?
No, it was a collaborative effort on how everything happened at No Limit. I was always right there, hands-on. It was a collaborative effort, and a lot of times people think that Percy had to single-handedly do a lot of things, but that just shows that we did our job, because that's the way it was supposed to look.
Right. So as artists, you guys felt empowered too because of that business model. You had a lot of responsibility to make things happen on your own.
And we had to make things happen along with Percy to make everything happen. Everybody had to go to the meetings. Everybody had to have input. Everybody had to use their brain power to make No Limit what it was. And so we are so thankful that during that time, the group of us was all on the same page.
Right, and that's obviously a big part of why you guys were so successful. I wanted to ask you, how are you feeling in terms of your health? For the listeners that aren't aware, you about 10 years ago, maybe in the early 2010s, had a bout with uterine cancer and beat it, which is just amazing. We applaud you so much for that. How are you feeling right now, up to the minute? How are you feeling today?
Oh, my physical health is great. I'm really thankful and really blessed.
Well, that is just wonderful. So other than touring in Denver next month, what are you up to? Where are you putting your energy nowadays? What kind of projects are you working on?
I'm working on the soundtrack to I'm a best-selling author. I have a cookbook memoir, and right now I'm working on the soundtrack to it. I've been doing a whole lot of cooking demos and cooking classes and reading excerpts from the book, and it's been really, really awesome.
So where can they find these books and these tutorials and just catch up with you in general? Where can they find you online? Websites, social media, all of it?
You can follow me, Mia X, on Facebook, The Real Mia X on Twitter, The Mama Mia X on Instagram. I have a website. It's teamwiththempots.com. It's TEAMWHIPZEMPOTS.com. So you can get my book from there. You can also get my book from all platforms. I can't wait to see y'all, Denver, baby.
And we are so excited to have you here. Mia X, the mother of Southern hip-hop, coming to the Belco 1 month from today, August 2nd. Get your tickets, FLO1071.com. And Mia, we can't wait to see you on that stage and in our city.
Thank you so much. See y'all on the 2nd. It's going down.
There she goes, Mia X. See her and the entire No Limit Soldier Army. Like we said, at the Belco, August the 2nd. Tickets, FLO1071.com, or text LIMIT to 303-750-1071 for more information.